Good evening, everybody. My name is Mary O'Connor, and I'm filling in for Harry Keeling. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Directors of the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation, and I'm also the Aviation Safety Program Manager with the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health here in Anchorage. This evening, we are honored to have Gisele Mohler. She is the Executive Director for Regions and Center Operations with the Federal Aviation Administration. Gisele is an aircraft owner and a pilot, and she's been working on the Next Generation Air Transportation System, or NextGen. On our last show, we talked a little bit about NextGen modernization and how it will benefit Alaskans when we travel outside the state. One study that was done in Alaska in the early 2000s estimated that 44% of preventable navigation and controlled flight into terrain accidents were prevented due to the Capstone equipment. Capstone was the precursor of ADS-B, so this is very promising for accident prevention here in Alaska. Gisele, can you tell us what kind of features in NextGen will help VFR pilots in Alaska?
Oh, sure. I'll get into ADS-B in just 1 minute because I want to talk about how I saw ADS-B in a wonderful flight that I had yesterday into the rural areas of Alaska. But a couple modernization programs that are not part of NextGen but critical for the VFR pilots, and one is the cameras. The cameras that are out there with our weather sensors just provide so much information that pilots can make smart decisions about whether to fly or not. That go, no-go decision is just a real solid choice when you can look at the weather cameras and determine whether or not to fly. Another one is electronic flight bags. Gosh, we're all getting really tired of carrying a ton of charts with us, not knowing exactly, how many we have to have or where we're going to land, and especially in the lower 48, if we're going from state to state, and there are so many airports, we're carrying a lot of charts. But now you can have the electronic flight bag, your iPad can contain your charts, and that's all part of the modernization program. But let's talk about ADS-B and just how critical that is. That is one of the infrastructure programs of NextGen. It had its roots in Alaska, in the Capstone program. And it just provides so much additional information which allows pilots to fly very safely. So yesterday, my wonderful flight into the rural areas of Alaska were just fantastic because we also had a fairly clear day. And that fairly clear day let me see Mount McKinley. Since it's my first time in Alaska, I was thrilled to see Mount McKinley and the other volcanoes. But our flight was to a number of different local communities. And going to those communities, we didn't see a whole lot of traffic at first. We went to Kiliganot, Dillingham. Now, some of these names are new to me, so please, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing them. So one is, I'm just going to use what everyone calls, and that's New Stew. But there I didn't see too many other traffic or other aircraft on the ADS-B display. But then we went to the Bethel area, and that's a very hot spot for I guess accidents, really, come right down to it. And so there I saw a lot of traffic. And with the ADS-B display, I could see where the other planes were, and not only where they were, but which direction they were flying, how fast they were flying, whether they were climbing or descending. And to have all that information around the aircraft that you're in just promotes so much safety. And even though we have this mandate by 2020 to equip, the sooner everyone gets that equipment, the safer all the travel will be in Alaska. So I just really highly promote that, there are benefits to this next-gen technology that you can take advantage now.
So as you mentioned, there's a mandate for pilots flying in controlled airspace to equip with ADS-B equipment by 2020. Since you're an aircraft owner, I have to ask, is your aircraft equipped with this new avionics?
I am equipped with some of the avionics. I'm not equipped with a WAAS LPV, and I can't wait to equip, but I need to have the destination that I most often fly to have the LPV approaches. Right now, a survey is taking place that will allow a WAAS LPV approach to be implemented there, and once it is, I'll be first in line for the WAS equipage. And I think that holds true for everyone. You have to see value in spending the money to equip your aircraft. With ADS-B, it's a safety factor. So when you don't have radar, then I think the ADS-B just provides an incredible safety factor that everyone can take advantage of in Alaska.
That's a great idea, and we do have some areas, as you saw yesterday, that are very busy with a lot of traffic. So everybody using the same technology will make it safer for everyone. Gisele, it's been an honor and a pleasure having you on the program. We thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, fly safely.